The murderers in Seattle, Washington claim that the scam that was used on me is legitimate and that they have the right to demand I die of HIV. They have tortured me, subjected me to neurological injuries, lied about the social program at work, defended the murderers themselves, and incited the victims. All is planned in a Hollywood script. I'm dealing with the criminally insane. They call me out politically. I'm a poet who has commented on politics, but the persons they call me out to smack down with, as they call it, are people who've tortured me, castrated me, humiliated me, lied to me, invaded my home, stolen from me, abused me, written a dishonorable scam about me, and after castrating, making me a eunuch, they dare to call me out. They have a cheap thrills organization that has already put me in a class of the very disabled, as though they have a right to render me very disabled. I'm dealing with the criminally insane. They denied the details of the crime that I investigated. They denied the details of how I tried to warn and create information possibilities for protecting the at risk because they don't believe in the at risk. They never wanted to protect the at risk. They wanted the virus to spread just like they wanted it to spread in COVID. The only thing they're interested in is their markets among the victims. Marketing the victims is the only thing that they want. It's apparently the only thing that they need. They blaspheme the race issue by invoking it. They blaspheme the race issue by invoking it. They are allied with the most extreme and derisive right-wing white intelligence services and claiming that they represent Africa. The German Green Party sells swastikas in Pittsburgh and then calls them honorary tokens of the ancestors. I'm dealing with the criminally insane. They are abusive, murderous, deceptive, criminal, hostile, driven, derisive, libelous, and criminally insane. Seattle is criminally insane. It is beyond reach. It has been completely heart-washed and brainwashed by the murderers themselves, who they incite at every turn, executing innocent people because they belong to a particular subset of society. They don't stop at white or black. They simply do it because they can get away with it. They aren't making any kind of message. They're just doing it because they can get away with it. And Jay Inslee, the FBI, the mayor of Pittsburgh, the governor of Pennsylvania have all stood by, encouraged, fanned the flames, lied to and about me, and allowed them to do this. It's a witch hunt. It's a lynch mob, and it's criminally insane. And they've already effectuated irreversible, painful, humiliating neurological injuries. They made me deaf. They dishonored me by a neuroplasm that caused neuroobedience when I was about 10 or 11 years old. They made warped pornographic films of me as a child that they leer and laugh about parading in the rooms behind the revolving bookshelves, which one of them really did have. They're organized by Ringo Starr. They're sanctioned by Cornel West. They're cackled and paid by Yoko Ono. They have black markets. They have blackmail. They have black attaches, and they are criminally insane. Yoko Ono, they call an honorary the white. I'm honorary the black priestess of African learning. She's a Japanese sadist from Nazi Axis Japan, getting revenge for Tojo. There's evidence clear and forceful and irreversibly public that show that Lenin staged the whole thing as a Houdini to have an invisible ghost they called Casper, allied to Axis Europe and Euro royalty and the money bags pulling a hot wire of our country where the government is just a subsidiary. To smile as Biden dances and imagines himself powerful when he has no courage to address the crime. They refuse to even try to protect me because they say that the administration of the assassins, as though it's a respectable institution, AA, Administration of Assassins, have said that they will certainly pounce. They will certainly kill and kill again if I tried to defend myself. Forbidden is the idea of protecting a witness to atrocity. Forbidden is the right of a hardworking person to reward for their labor. Forbidden is the idea of calling a scam for what it is. Forbidden is the idea of recognizing me as someone who did their level best to get the truth, to protect the at risk. Forbidden is to protect the at risk. Forbidden. It's ruled out. They had a desire to see it spread, called it one size fits all, and said the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So they just go around executing symbols that get under the skin uh, for a moment because of some difference in misfortune that might exist between them. If one of them sneezes and another person isn't sneezing, then they want itching powder put up the other person's nose. It's an advocacy for the attackers. Seattle will never shake it. They are criminally insane. They are obsessed, driven with criminal insanity. They have done this from the highest administrative levels of sound mental health. It's the city of Seattle, in the state of Pennsylvania, the state of Washington, and UW Dialectical. They do it at Tacit. They do it on Pierce Transit. They do it on Sound Transit. They do it on the sidewalks. They're obsessed. They're driven. They're running a scam. They're criminally insane. They are driven and obsessed with poacher madness because Paul McCartney told them people are weird and we all want to do it. And that's the end of the story for them. I'm opposed to them. I'm not just pleading for my life. I'm pleading for fairness and judgment in a society that has gone criminally insane. These people are criminally insane. Nothing can redeem the name of Amanda Harcourt or Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel is an assassin. He's a bully. He's an attacker. He's a war criminal. He is criminally insane.